Hey, good evening. It is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous. It's Friday night where I step into your life and give you hope, I hope, and some tools and techniques to get through the trauma of divorce. I hope you're doing well tonight. I have some really good questions for you, and there is a lot of power in questions. And so I want to ask of you tonight, and I want to ask one specifically that I think God is asking each of you and asking me every day of our lives. And that is, what do you want? What do you want? That is a question that in divorce can really be thrown for a loop because we don't know what we want. We just know that we want to get out of this situation because the chaos disrupts us. The grief overwhelms us and the pain paralyzes us. And we don't know what we want. We may think we do, but to really explore deeply what it is that we want in this situation is really an important exercise in divorce, during divorce, and after divorce. To understand what is it that my soul and my heart long for. I think it's peace, most of all, quite frankly. So how can you discover what it is that you want? How do you know? How do you get to that buried treasure of what it is that you want? Well, there's a few things I want to share with you. Number one is to work on your healing. You don't know what you want because you are so raw and so hurting through this divorce. So if you are to work on your healing, you are going to be able to see clearer what it is that you want. I have shared the story many times and I'll share it here again. And that is when I was going through my own divorce 23 years ago, and we were trying marriage counseling. And my therapist, the marriage therapist, said, I want to speak with you, Kathy, privately. And so we set up a time to meet with him, and he asked me the question, which still to this day is profound. He said, what are your dreams? What do you want? And I thought, that's such an odd question. Here I am in the middle of this crisis, and you're asking me, what are my dreams? That's an odd question. And yet, it's a profound question. What do I want with the remainder of my life? What is important to me is really the question. What do you want? So how can you discover what you want? You're going to work on your own healing, and then you're going to give yourself permission to seek what it is that you really want. We may think, oh, I just want the marriage to stay together, when the marriage is so broken and so toxic that it's hurting you, it's hurting him, or it's hurting her, and it's hurting the kids. Is that really what you want? That you cling to this marriage that is poisonous? Is that what you want? Probably not. What you really want is peace and something healthy for a change. So you have to give yourself permission to seek what it is that you really want. Allow yourself to discover what it is that you want. And then you have to do some exploration of what you want. Sometimes when I work with people and I coach them during divorce or typically after divorce, I'm going to ask this question in deeper discovery. But they need to go back sometimes to their high school days and their college days to really remember who they were and what they wanted. It's a fascinating exploration, but it needs to be done. To remember, to discover what it is that you want. Why is this important? Because it is going to focus you. When you discover what it is you want, it is going to focus you. Now, for your benefit, I hope that you're including God in this conversation and in this discovery. Because when you take delight in the Lord, He will give you the desires of your heart. I love that verse in Psalms. And another one in Psalms, the Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. Though he may stumble, we're not going to do it perfectly. He will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. It's intriguing to me that Jesus asked the blind man, "What do you want?" Jesus must have known, right? But he wanted that cooperation between Jesus and the blind man. He wanted his buy-in. He wanted to know what he wanted. And I honestly believe that Jesus wants your buy-in to discover what it is that you want. Because in him, the discovery is where your true blessings lie. To find that I want what God wants for me is a huge step on the right course to finding your own healing, to finding your purpose, to finding your peace, to finding your delight. He will give you the desires of your heart. But you have to discover what those desires are. It is a fascinating journey, and one in which I help a lot of people go through after divorce with my session of creating your life after divorce. So inquire about it if you're through divorce, or connect with me and go through the next support group, which is coming up shortly. It's hybrid, so no matter where you are, if you have internet connection, we can get you in, and you can be part of this healing process to discover, here's where I need healing, and then I can go after what it is that I want. Such an important process. Don't waste this raw time of going through divorce. There are riches to be explored. What do you want? This is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous, walking with you every step of the way through divorce and after divorce. Good evening.